Ball and 2 strikes. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Bach has it in his tracks. He makes the play. Runner tags and heads for third. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second. Miguel Almanza will stand in another dangerous spot here in the inning as this ball game is hanging on the precipice of getting out of hand.
Yeah, I think you have to get this guy if you're going to have any chance of sticking around. Even a single here might put this one out of reach.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third.
Well, he allowed the first 2 guys to get on in this inning, and that's something you never want to do. But then he bears down. He gets the previous guy to fly out. Then he comes up with a huge strikeout right here. That's a good job to bounce back just when things were starting to look a little grim.
Charles Yabu now to 1-2. And another foul ball. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And the pitch bounces off his glove, and that could be a run. But no, he'll hold it third. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. Hard hit ball to second. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. No runs, a hit, 2 left. On now to the bottom of inning number 7. The Redbirds lead it 6-1. Number 5 will stand in. Couple of singles in 4 trips this afternoon.
Yeah, man, I like the way he's not trying to do too much up there. Just taking nice controlled swings, and it's paid off a couple of times so far today.
Ground ball left side. Played on the backhand.
He's in there.
Throw not in time, and he's in there with his 3rd hit of the afternoon. Number 4 will stand in again. 4 hits, including a couple of home runs thus far.
Oh, man, somebody pinch this guy. He's got a chance for a 5-hit ball game right here.
Shot towards second. Well, this is hauled in by the second baseman. Ground ball down the line. And a reach with the backhand, but he comes up empty as that gets by him. He'll come home with it. But not in time. And just like that, this ball game is... Number 4 will come up now in yet another big RBI opportunity.
And he's got 4 already, and he's got a chance to make this a game to remember.
First offering on its way. Oh, and he gets a hold of this one as it's in the air to deep left. Does he have another one? He does. It's another home run. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. His 3rd home run of the ball game as they jump ahead by 3.
Well, we wondered what he'd have to do for an encore. Here it is. His 3rd home run of the ball game. He's having it.
Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, this game wasn't exactly a pitcher's duel, but take a look at all the RBIs. He was an absolute menace with runners in scoring position.
Our final line score this
So that'll just
afternoon.
about do it for us
First
this
for the victorious
afternoon. Thanks to
Giants.
Eric Karros,
5
Steve
runs,
Lyons, and the rest of our
10
crew.
hits.
I'm Matt. The show's continuing coverage of minor league baseball is on the air. Tonight it's Game 3 of this 4 and the Iowa Cubs. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Well, I think you better look out for that cleanup hitter. He's coming off one of the biggest performances of his career, a 3-home-run game. Maybe there's no such thing as a hat trick in baseball, but that's as close as you can get.
Prince Galloway gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, this year his strikeout-to-walk ratio has been outstanding, so look for a lot of...
Number 4 strides forward with a hot bat in his hands. Great numbers over the past few games.
4.
High and deep to left center field. Caesar ranging back. Gone! So a solo shot here to left center field. 24 home runs for him on the season. As they get on the board first, it's 1-0.
And you know, even though this is just AAA, you can already tell. I mean, this guy is cut from a different cloth. Just the way he carries himself, the way he...
Number 8 will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ball game.
Hey, you never know. Things might be looking up for this guy. He's hitting over 300 in his last 10 games, even though his season average doesn't look that good.
While the throw pulls him off the bag.
And sometimes, you know,
Number 4 steps into the box.
The batter, number 4.
Into the windup and the pitch. Out in front of it, strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Line toward the alley in left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Now batting,
Jose Ibanez, the hitter now.
Jose
0 for 1 on the day
Ibanez.
after reaching on an error his first time up.
come through with that one right here.
Pitches a cold strike. The throw. It bounces, but he's out. Nice play there to pick the throw and put the tag on quickly. Tommy La Stella will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
To third. Oh, and this goes right past him.
Yeah, this ball might have caught him in between hops. He might have been unsure which way to turn his glove, over or under the ball. Instead, it just goes right.
We take this one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. High and deep to left center field. Caesar looks up. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. Number 4 will come forward now in what could be an at-bat that goes a long way toward deciding this ball game. There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. So a 2-run homer down the line in left. His 3rd home run of the ball game, and this one gives him the lead at 6-5.
Boy, have a night. His 3rd home run of the ball game. I mean, he's absolute.
Number 4 will come up now in yet another big RBI opportunity.
And he's got 4 already, and he's got a chance to make this a game to remember.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. And as we wrap things up here, what do you say we name this guy right here as the recipient of our Topps Player of the Game award?
Yeah, really a game to remember for that man right there.
Karros, Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, you've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Facebook at MLB The Show. Memphis comes out on top 9-6. Good night, everybody.
3 hours and 57 minutes. Thank you for joining.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Wednesday. Looking first at the NL Central, the Cardinals put together 10 hits total as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati, 6-5. Also in news from St. Louis, left fielder Matt Holliday is reportedly being shopped around to other teams and could be on the move in the near future. The Astros are rumored to be in the mix. The Phillies completed a 3-game series sweep as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs, 4-3. Corey Knebel collected his first ever W at the big league level as Milwaukee got the best of the Athletics, 4-3. The Pirates launched 3 home runs as they got the best of the visiting Mets, 8-4. The Arizona Diamondbacks held their opponent to just 2 hits as they beat the visiting Rays, 1-0. The Colorado Rockies got
Tonight's game is just around the corner as we start to wrap up the MLB pregame show. But before we go down to the action, let's take a look at a young player to watch for as we give you the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Number 5 is in that spotlight. And if you haven't heard of him before, that might be because he's playing his first Major League ball game here today.
Yeah, Matt, it's really an exciting day for him and for this organization. When they drafted him in the middle round,
Sun's starting to set now over Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Tonight we wrap up this 3-game series between the St. Louis Cardinals.
Leading off for St. Louis, third baseman, number 5.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Bailey sets his sights. Here's the 0-1. High and deep to straightaway right. Duvall racing back. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Number 5 will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Number 5.
Bailey gets the sign. First pitch on the way. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field. And this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. And that, folks, is his first home run in the big leagues. It's fair to say it's a moment he'll never forget.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. I remember mine. I hit it in my first at-bat of the 1992 season against the San Diego Padres. It's hard to describe exactly what you feel as you round the bases, but as you can imagine, it's pretty awesome. You know, hopefully he can get that ball back soon so it can go in his trophy room.
number 5, will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Oh, and he gets a hold of this one as it's in the air to deep left. Does he have another one? He does. It's another home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, his second of the game, and it gives the Cardinals a 3-1 lead.
Boy, and for how well he's pitched so far, it's hard to believe that he could stand to be the losing.
It's sharply toward third, and that's going to be a base hit. So a great job off the bench as he's aboard to kick off their half of the inning.
Well, his one job was to...
Not a lot of offense in this ball game, but what offense was provided came primarily from this guy, our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Now from the north shore of the Allegheny River, there's a beautiful look at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Pittsburgh Pirates. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. And now a shot of the Cardinals' starting lineup is set by Mike Matheny. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. Last month, he drove in over 20 runs. He's proven he's one of the best run producers in this lineup, and if he can continue that level of production, it's going to go a long way toward helping this team win ball games.
Jeff Locke is the man on the mound for the Pirates in this contest. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, he's got a 1-to-1 strikeout-to-walk ratio. It's not ideal. Probably would like to have a few more strikeouts. We'll see how it works out in this one.
And he's going to have extra bases on the first pitch of the night. And a very quick start to the inning here. It's a first pitch double.
And you know what, guys? I think this is what you call an early statement right there. This is the first pitch of the game, and he doesn't just go after it. He lashes at this thing. He's going to wind up on second with a leadoff double. Hello.
Stephen Piscotty will stand in now, and as you take a look at the splits, his numbers compare unfavorably once he leaves the comforts of home. And he'll step off. And now the runner's trying for third. Pitches a cold strike. The throw not nearly in time as he takes third easily. Runner at third here, nobody out.
Nope.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Eric, we look at this Pirate ball club as they enter play here tonight. Well, they've been playing some pretty good baseball, 5-2 over their last 7.
Yeah, they still find themselves stuck in 3rd place in the division, but this is an important stretch for these guys, and if they can string a few victories together, they've got a chance to get back into it.
And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And it's the Cardinals that'll strike first here, and that base hit makes it a 1-0 ball game. And he is in there. Number 5 stands in.
Now batting, number 5.
This is hit high and deep out to left. Marte going back. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Down in order go the Cardinals as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Striding into the box, David Freese. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Wainwright into the windup. Here's the 0-1. Grounded to third. Scooped up. Throw on to first, and Wainwright has it working now. 2 away. And with that, a look at the defense for the St. Louis. Andrew McCutchen in now. Popped out in his first trip. On the ground to third. Reined in. On to Moss at first, and the inning is over. Number 5 will dig in. 1 for 2 with a double in this one.
Number 5.
Lock sets. Here comes the first pitch. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
And on the mound, when he got that second out, you had a feeling maybe he's going to work his way out of this. Well, think again. That's a worst outcome possible right there.
Number 5 will stand in yet again, and if you weren't with us earlier, let's take another look. This was back in the 4th inning with the bases loaded. A grand slam and definitely the big blow of the ball game so far. Line toward the gap in left center. Now a dive, but he can't get there, and this is going to be trouble out there in left center. Around second, he'll try for third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Well, if he wants to go about getting the cycle, he's got the 3 hardest parts out of the way. Normally, this is the toughest leg to get, but he's able to make it up to third. Now he needs just a single in his next at-bat to finish it off.
And some action now in the Pirates bullpen. They've got a lefty and a... Now the runner's on his way home. Pitches a ball. And they'll tag him out after the break from third. And I'm not sure if that was a miss. Number 5 will have a shot now, needing only a single, the easiest of them all to complete the cycle.
Yeah, easy for you to say, Matt. Jeez, he knows what's at stake here, and there's a lot of pressure on him in this at-bat.
Throw on to first for the out, and that is an entertaining game all in all. So if we have to choose one who stood out among all others, why not go with this man right here? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including a home run. Without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Cardinals win it 6-4. Good night from Pittsburgh.
9 hits, no errors. They left 11 men on base. For the Pirates, 4 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base.
Tonight's game is just around the corner as we start to wrap up the MLB pregame show. But before we go down to the action, let's take a look at a young player to watch for as we give you the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Number 5 will be in the glow as he enters this one having carried his team offensively last time out. He drove in a bunch of runs and really looked dialed in with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, that was one of those games you won't forget for some time to come. He was at the plate in some really important situations, and man, did he pull through. I'd say he kind of single-handedly changed the course of the game, and although that performance will be a tough one to match in this one, I know his manager and teammates are hoping he's got some more magic left in that bat.
All right, the guys and I will be back to get this one started on the show right after this. One of the best views you'll find in all of baseball. Downtown Pittsburgh and PNC Park. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Pittsburgh Pirates. It'll be fun watching these two swing it all series long. First pitch is next. Now a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. Steve, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Well, guys, this is a power-heavy lineup. You need to stay patient and get balls up in the zone that they can drive.
Drew Hutchison, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, you see the ERA there. Not anything that's going to jump out, but he has been dependable and gives his ball club a chance to win.
Number 5 will stand in. He, too, had 3 hits in the win last night.
Number 5.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. There's Harrison for 1. On to first, and they get the double play. And now a shot of the Cardinals' starting lineup is set by Mike Matheny. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, I love what Matt Carpenter brings to the table for this team. He's having a really nice season with the bat, sporting a slugging percentage over 500, so there's a good chance he'll have...
Number 5 will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Hard liner toward short. But this is pulled in by the shortstop.
The batter, number 13, second baseman.
Number 5 will step in. He's 0 for 2 to this point.
Now batting, number 5.
And this is popped high in the air back behind short. Gong is there for it. And that's the 3rd out. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. St. Louis is out in front, 4-0. Starling Marte stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
To third. One there. Out. On to first, and they turn the double play.
Well, that's the absolute definition of a pitcher's pitch right here, especially in a double play situation. I mean, not only is this pitch down, I don't even think it's in the strike zone, and that's an easy double play.
Number 5 steps in
Leading
now.
off for the Cardinals, third baseman, number 5.
Belted high and deep into right center. McCutchen going back, still going back. Gone! Solo shot to right center. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
Wow, he has proven to be a real nuisance in the first 2 games of this series. A home run in last night's ball game, and now another one here.
Number 5 will stand in to try it again, already with one home run in the ball game. And on cue, there it was, back in the 7th inning, a solo shot that provided quite a spark for these guys. He's set. Here it comes. Fly ball out toward left center field. McCutchen on the move. He can't make the play as it hops over the wall, and that's a break for the defense as it's going to keep the runner from first from scoring.
Yeah, even if this ball doesn't hop over the wall, I'm not so sure they would have risked trying to score him with nobody out, but it's a moot point now as they'll have runners at second and third following the ground rule double.
Right side, hit hard. Josso over to his left. He'll go to the bag for one.
You know, I think they're pretty lucky at third right here that the contact play wasn't on. This is a sharply hit ground ball, and he would have been toast at home if he tried to score.
Brandon Moss will step in, a ground out victim as last time. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1 and 2.
That's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Runners are at second and third with 1 down. Still 1 and 2 as he fouls it away. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Marte is under it. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And the run is in to score on the sac fly as they double things up to lead it 6-3. A block at the plate, and he's out trying to score. It's a double play, and the inning is over. So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he only had 1 hit, but he definitely made it count. A big home run that turned out to be the decisive blow in the ballgame.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, you've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Facebook at MLB The Show. The Cardinals win it 6-3. Good night from Pittsburgh.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals. 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 15 runners on base.
And it would appear we'll see a pinch hitter here as he'll try to get something started with the bases empty and 2 away. Now it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing in the Pittsburgh bullpen.
Number 5.
Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. A solo shot here to left. Home run number 5 on the year, and it's given the Cardinals a 3-2 lead.
Well, it's got to be getting near the point where they need to make some alternate plans with this guy up there.
A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys, but what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he connected on a couple of long home runs. Really put his guys on his back and carried them to the victory.
So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show. The Pirates win it 4-3. Good night from Pittsburgh.
For St. Louis, 3 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 2 men on base. The winning pitcher is Neftali Feliz. His record is now 4-2. The save to Tony Watson is 24th. The loss.
Tuesday night baseball now from the home of the Cardinals, Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, the first of 2 in this interleague matchup between the American League's Houston Astros and the St. Louis Cardinals. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. With that, we give you a look at A.J. Hinch's Astros lineup. Who do you have your eye on, EK?
Well, you better be careful when dealing with that 5-hole hitter. He hasn't been missing much lately, hitting 3 home runs over the last 10 ball games. Not an eye-popping statistic, but still a good indication that he's been in a groove at the plate.
Lance Lynn will be on the mound for the series opener. EK, what do you got?
Yeah, Matty, in his last time out, he gave him 7 strong innings. Got his ball club to win. They'll take that again from him here.
Number 5 will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
Rasmus on the move.
No, that's a foul ball.
Keuchel pauses, coming at him with the 0-1. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Back goes Rasmus, still ranging back. A leap at the wall by Rasmus, but it's over his glove, a home run. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. 6th home run on the season for him. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Well, I think this youngster's quickly becoming a fan favorite around these parts. With swings like that, it's easy to see why. He's really making his mark on this ball club, and this crowd loves what they're seeing.
Number 5 stands in.
Batter, number 5.
First pitch on its way. Smoke toward third. Valbuena fields it cleanly. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Number 5 will stand in, and as he does, we'll flash you back to the first inning of the ball game. A 3-run shot had him off and running right out of the gate. That's popped up out towards short right field. Altuve onto the grass. 1 out.
Now batting, number 4, catcher.
Number 5 steps into the box.
Leading off for St. Louis, third baseman, number 5.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. And he falls behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Line drive to left. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Wow. You've got the guy in the hole, 0-2. He's forced to protect the outer edges, but he doesn't have to worry about protecting against a pitch like this. Look where it is. That's a big mistake in location there, leading off an inning.
Now the Astros have somebody up in the bullpen as a right-hander has started to warm up out there. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Springer over to his right. 1 down. Matt Adams will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning.
Matt Adams.
Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
And let's train our eyes on this stolen base from our high first base camera. You'll see him get a pretty good jump, and he wasn't looking back at all right there, so he gets into scoring position now with 1 out.
The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
And it's worth pointing out that they're burning through that bullpen here in game 1 of this series. That could have an effect on the rest of this week.
A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out.
Wow, a real sharp break to this thing. It's a slider. He starts it out over the middle of the plate. Now the hitter thinks he's got something that he can handle, and then this thing just makes a beeline right for his hands. That is a tough pitch.
Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Nice shot of downtown St. Louis as we're set for the 9th inning here from Busch Stadium. An entertaining game all in all, so if we have to choose one who stood out among all others, why not go with this man right here? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Cardinals win it 6-2. Good night from St. Louis.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals. 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, and 11 runners left on base. For the Astros, 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors. They left 11 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 2 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Busch Stadium, a sellout of 46,000. The Cardinals would like to thank you for joining us in baseball heaven.
Wednesday night baseball now from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. We wrap up this quick 2-game interleague series between the American League's Houston Astros and the St. Louis Cardinals. It'll be fun watching these two swing it all series long. First pitch is next. Number 5 will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest. Skied into straightaway right. Moving under it, Springer makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. But not before the lone hit in the inning. The solo home run makes this a 1-run ball game. We've played 2 full. The Astros lead it 2-1. Number 5 will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Number 5.
Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Rasmus ranging back. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Number 5 will dig in. 0 for 2 in the ball game. Into the windup and the pitch.
Number 5.
Popped up. Valbuena is there for it. 1 away.
The batter, pitcher, Zach.
Number 5 will start it off here in their half of the 9th, and no sign of a reliever. They're going to let him try to finish this one off.
Well, he's been brilliant so far, so why not see if he can take it the distance? It just doesn't happen these days very often.
On the move is Springer, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, maybe a little disappointing that he could only get 3/4 of the cycle, especially since he got the 2.
Time to get the weekend started with Friday Night Baseball from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, the first of this 3-game weekend series between the Texas Rangers and the St. Louis Cardinals. Number 5 will get his first opportunity now. 0 for 4 in Wednesday's ball game. Line drive to left. In is Beltran, but this is down for a base hit.
I tell you, that one's coming in fast, but it's going out faster. Does he square this one up or what? You bet he does.
Yadier Molina will stand in now. Happy that this series is at home, no doubt, as you see his splits right there. Here comes the 1-1. Runner goes for second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And no throw, as it turns out, as he takes second with ease.
Well, this is a changeup down in the zone. When you get that combination as a catcher, it's darn near impossible to make a play at second. He's in there easily with a stolen base.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. Base winds up as a moot point as the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More in a moment on the show, the Friday Night Showcase. Number 5 stands in.
Number 5.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing, line drive. That's going to be troubled. Around third and being waved on home. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Well, make it 2-0 now. He comes through with the clutch 2-out triple there to plate their second run of the ball game.
So a man at third here with 2 gone. And here now is the catcher, Yadier Molina. And the pitch on 2-1. Hit to third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Hits here in the inning. Number 5 will be the batter. 2 for 2 with a triple to this point.
Having a nice one at the plate. Looks to be very comfortable in the box right now.
He's set. Here it comes. Pulls this one in the air out to left. On the move is Beltran. And that ends the inning. Joey Gallo will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. And he is in there.
Well, I think this was a little bit of a gamble from my perspective. I had a feeling that he'd take a big turnaround first and then hold on, but he was having none of that. He's smelling 2 all the way, and he's going to make it there with a hustle double.
Number 5 will dig in. 2 for 3, including a triple.
Yeah, he's got a good swing going on right now. I like what I'm seeing out of him.
From the stretch. High in the air out to center field. Desmond has it in his tracks. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Nice shot of downtown St. Louis as we're set for the 9th inning here from Busch Stadium. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have it. And guys, the Cardinals were given an excellent starting pitching performance here by this man, Adam Wainwright. Talk about a worthy recipient. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, a lot of positives to take from this outing, no doubt. You see the numbers there, 7 1/3 strong innings. He really put him in a good position to win this ball game.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Cardinals win it 3-0. Good night from St. Louis.
The loss goes to Martin Perez. He falls to 4-6. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 42 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Busch Stadium, a sellout of 46,000.
With the Gateway Arch welcoming us in the background, a look at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the Texas Rangers and the St. Louis Cardinals. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. A chance now to look at the batting order for the visiting Rangers. Number 5 will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
And he's been hitting the ball out of the yard, too. A whole bunch of home runs in his last 10 games. And yesterday was a good one, too.
Back goes Beltran, still going back. He tracks it down. A nice running play, and there's one. Elvis Andrus will dig in here with the bases loaded now, and their best opportunity yet to get on the board.
And they've had a few chances and come up empty, so they can't let this one get away from them.
No runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. He'll come home with it, and they get the force at home. Whatever works as the side is retired. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More from the show, Saturday Baseball, following this message and a word from our local stations. Number 5 will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Lewis gets the sign. First pitch on its way. This is line to left, and he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that. Number 5 will stand in here. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
Not the kind of day he was hoping for. So let's see if he can get something going right here.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. He'll take the turn and head for second. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. The relay throw, the tag, and he's out at third. And a poor decision to try to stretch it that time.
Yeah, I guess it's easy to say in hindsight, but to me, this is just way too big a risk. You're leading off the inning. You've already got 2 bases easy. So
And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he only had 1 hit, but he definitely made it count. A big home run that turned out to be the decisive blow in the ballgame.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Cardinals win it 4-3. So long from St. Louis.
Fans, our final line score this afternoon. First for the Victoria.
Afternoon baseball now on a lazy Sunday afternoon at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Today it's the 3rd and final game in this 3-game interleague series between the Texas Rangers and the St. Louis Cardinals. Interleague baseball next. And a moment now to have a look at Jeff Bannister's Texas Rangers. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, I think you better look out for that cleanup hitter. He's been swinging a hot bat all year, and his slugging percentage is soaring over .550. So I think there's a pretty good chance he'll have an impact on this game.
Mike Leake gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, Matty, he's having a very nice season so far. He's got an ERA in the low 3s. Now, hopefully he can continue that here in this one. Give his ball club a chance to win.
Number 5 steps in now.
Third baseman, number 5.
hit high and deep out there to left center field. Beltran going back on it, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And the run is in to score from second. The tag is there by Lucroy, and they got him at the plate.
Batting ninth, catcher
Mike Leake will stand in with a golden chance here to help himself out with a runner at third.
And he knows this is a definite strikeout situation. So the big key here is, at the very least, find a pitch you can put in play.
Darvish pauses. Here's the 1-1.
I got the count.
Swing and a miss on the cut fastball, 1-2. Eric, this Ranger ball club as they begin play. They've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, and that last loss dropped them back to the 500 mark on the year. So obviously they'd like to get back into that positive numbers with a win here.
Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. There now is Moreland, and he's got it for the second out. And with that, let's take a look at how the Rangers will align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, Matty, Jonathan Lucroy behind the plate, one of the best framers in all of baseball. We'll get an opportunity to watch him work in this one and see how many pitches he gets for his guys when he's behind that dish.
Number 36 will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. 3 runs already home here. Fastball taken inside for a ball. 2-1 now.
And you kind of get the sense that his head isn't in it right now. You got to put all your concentration into that hitter. You can leave worrying about the pass for your film session tomorrow.
Set to deliver on 2-1.
Ball.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, he just hasn't been able to find any kind of groove out there. Hasn't been able to hit his spots. And now at 3-1, he's put him in yet another great hitting count.
Ready on 3-1. Here it comes. Tap foul at home plate. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. We've played 2 full. St. Louis is out in front, 3-1. Aerial view there of St. Louis from high above the Mississippi River as we welcome you back to baseball on the show. Stepping in, Ian Desmond. He reached on a single in his first try. On the ground to third. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first. Number 5 steps into the box.
Now batting, number 5.
Here comes the first pitch. Hit hard back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
And now you just start to wonder, how much is the heat taken out of this guy? You see the pitch count. It's not all that bad just yet, but he's been in and out of trouble a few times already, so he's definitely had some max effort innings.
Mike Leake. He popped out into foul territory his first time up. Oh, and they've got him picked off. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw.
Well, plenty of mistakes to go around here on this play. First off, the runner breaks much too early over there at first. The right's out there, but then the defense lets him up.
Meanwhile here, a stolen base attempt is not going to work out as they put the tag on him to end. So the leadoff man retired, and that'll bring in the first baseman, Mitch Moreland. We're in the 6th inning now of a 4-2 ball game. Here's pitches, a swing, and a high pop-up. And quickly, 2 are gone now here in the visitors' half of the 6th.
The right fielder, number 17, Shin Soo.
Number 5 will be the batter. 2 for 2 with a triple to this point.
Number 5.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Desmond racing back. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. Carlos Beltran will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant. And I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake.
Number 5 stands
Leading
in
out for St. Louis, third baseman.
belted high in the air out to left. Beltran looks up. Gone! A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, and the lead is now 7-2.
You want to talk about instant offense? How about the first pitch of the inning? He's just hoping to get ahead here with a first pitch strike, but now all of a sudden, he's got a guy circling the bases.
A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys, but what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he connected on a couple of long home runs. Really put his guys on his back and carried them to the victory.
So that's a wrap here this afternoon. For EK, Psycho, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com. The Cardinals win it 7-2. So long from St. Louis.
7 runs on 12 hits. 1 error. They left 12 men on base. For the Rangers, 2 runs, 10 hits. With 1 error, they left 16 men on base. The winning pitcher is Mike Leake. His record is now 10-1. The loss goes to Yu Darvish. He falls to 4-5. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 19 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon, 46,000. The Cardinals would like to thank you for joining us in baseball.
And we're going to see a change on the base paths here as we've got a pinch runner set to come on at first, representing the possible go-ahead run. So striding in, Stephen Piscotty, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0.
Even though this is still just a one-run game, this thing could get ugly in a hurry. So if you've got an out pitch, you better pull it out of the bag right now.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And that's a fair ball as it's through into right field. Throw comes back into the infield as that tying run will hold up at third with still nobody out.
A little unfortunate there. With runners at first and second, he's playing behind the runner at first, so he doesn't have a shot to knock this ball down. Now, if he's holding, this is probably an easy double play. Instead, now you've got the bases loaded.
Matt Carpenter will get a shot here in a bases-loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, the team leader in RBIs. He's got a shot to push that lead out even further if he could come through here.
That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be two? Out. Zobrist on to Rizzo, and it's a double play.
Well, in the situation they were in defensively, even though this cost them the tying run, I think they're going to take that double play and just move on from there.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The runner's breaking for home. Pitch is a ball. And a ridiculous way to end the inning. Not sure. Cards forced us into the box now. Chris Coghlan. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
I can't imagine they're going to give him anything to hit this time around.
Throw gets him. 2 down.
The pitcher, number 30.
Number 5 stands in for the first time.
Batting, number 5.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. This is line to left, and quickly 2 gone now to start the 10th. And quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, there he is. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he only had one hit, but he definitely made it count. Big home run that turned out to be the decisive blow in the ballgame.
6 runs.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Cubs win this one 6-5. Good night from Chicago.
Tonight's paid attendance at Wrigley Field, 45,936. As always, we thank you for your support of Chicago Cubs baseball and remind you to please drive home safely.
Now from the windy city of Chicago, there's a beautiful look at fabled Wrigley Field. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs. These two should provide some... Number 5 steps in now.
Tonight, third baseman, number 5.
Lined back over second. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Yeah, plenty to worry about now with only one out. Not only do you have a dangerous hitter on deck, but you've got a real speedster over there at first, so he could very well be on the move here.
Matt Carpenter will stand in now, and as you take a look at the splits, his numbers compare unfavorably once he leaves the comforts of home. Now a throw over to first.
No, he's safe.
And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely.
He had a pretty good lead right there.
Runner goes for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And no throw, as it turns out, as he takes second with ease.
Just your classic single and a stolen base. Now with one out in the first, another base hit here could put that first run on the board.
Now a pickoff play at second.
Safe.
And a dive, but he's back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Now a spin and another throw back to second. A dive, but he's back. Now a swing and a miss on a pitch well out of the strike zone as he becomes the second out. And now a shot of the Cardinals' starting lineup is set by Mike Matheny. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. He's one of the best clutch hitters in baseball. If they can get guys on base ahead of him, they'll have a great chance to hang a crooked number on the board.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. EK, as we look at the Cubs entering play here tonight, they've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
So they've had it going here. No question about that.
Pitch outside. The throw. Not nearly in time as he takes third easily.
I don't know about this one. Not exactly an ideal situation to run. You've got a left-handed batter up there. You're not really gaining a whole lot with 2 outs anyway. But heck, if you think you can make it, who am I to argue?
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Sets. Here comes the 3-2. Slapped hard the opposite way. Leaps and makes a terrific catch. And with that, the side is retired. Get up there, big fella, and take away a hit at third. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Munenori Kawasaki set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Scorched to third. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday night baseball after this. Number 5 stands in.
Now batting, number 5.
Arrieta's ready. First pitch on the way. Hit hard up the middle. And that's through for another base hit. He'll make it 2 for 2 in this one.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a 2-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
Matt Carpenter steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. And he just manages to get his hand in.
Keeping an eye on him.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Runners on the move for second. Pitch inside. The throw. And he is back safely at first, and that was almost trouble. Oh, and they've got him picked off. And they'll run him down and tag him for the out.
Yeah, maybe just a little.
Number 5 steps in here to lead off the 6th as the rain continues to fall here. Arrieta into the windup. First pitch on its way. Hit hard back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center field, so he's got himself a leadoff single.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors so far. And there he goes towards second. Pitch outside. The throw. And no throw, as he'll just hang on to it. Now a look and a throw back to second.
Safe!
And the runner back safely. And the runner's breaking for third. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. Not nearly in time as he takes third easily.
And let's just train our camera on that runner leading off from second. He's watching that pitcher like a hawk. So once he sees that he's not paying attention to him, he just takes off. And the head-first slide gets him into third just ahead of the throw.
Runner at third here, nobody out. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Well, this is a stroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. You've got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat.
Line drive to left. Into the slide, and he comes up with a great catch for the 2nd out. The throw home.
Safe.
And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate. Number 5 will stand in working on a 3-hit ball game now.
Well, he's feeling very comfortable in the box, too, and that's pretty obvious. They might try to move him off the plate here a little bit or something.
Rondon pauses. Here it comes. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
This is a guy that's got to understand his abilities here. He's got the speed to beat out any ground ball, but he's taking uppercut swings trying to go yard.
Line down the left field line. But this will be foul. Oh, and 2, here it comes. Line towards center field. In there, a base hit.
All right, now just playing a little station-to-station baseball, and nothing wrong with that at this point in the ballgame. And meanwhile, you also get the potential go-ahead run on base as well.
Squared that one up just a little late. Lead. Now a swing, and he pops him up. Right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the 2nd out.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Brandon Moss steps in for a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. It's the Cubs 4 and the Cardinals 3. An entertaining game all in all, so if we have to choose one who stood out among all others, why not go with this man right here? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including a home run. Without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
First for the victorious Chicago Cubs.
Back here on the MLB pregame show, Matt Vasgersian getting you set for the finale of this 3-game set. That'll come your way in mere moments, but first we'll take a look at the Topps Player Spotlight. Number 5 is in that spotlight. A very nice game in which he racked up 4 hits and just looked dialed in at the plate.
Yeah, anytime you get yourself 4 base knocks in a game, you're doing something right. You might have gotten a couple of gifts in terms of good pitches to hit, but, you know, it's not about the pitches you get, it's what you do with them. And from what I saw, balls were flying all over the yard off his bat. Well, that performance was big for his team, and I'm sure they're hoping he can do it again in this one.
All right, lineups and first pitch are coming up next. Stay tuned for that right here on the show. Doesn't get much better than this. Afternoon baseball from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Today, the 3rd and final game in this 3-game series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. Now a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, Matt, keep an eye on that number 2 spot. He's been on an absolute tear lately, hitting over 500 in his last 10 ball games. The baseball must look like a beach ball to him right now at the plate.
Jon Lester is on the mound for the Cubs in this one. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, his batting average against this year is under 250. He's really had his way with the offense.
Number 5 will stand in now, coming off a perfect 4 for 4 a night ago.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. And now a shot of the Cardinals' starting lineup is set by Mike Matheny. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Well, you got to keep an eye on the Big P.
Coming to the plate now, Jon Lester, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right.
Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice. And with that, number 5 will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Lester gets the sign and delivers.
Third baseman.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Hayward giving chase. He tracks it down. A nice running play, and there's... Settling in now, Munenori Kawasaki. He flew out in his last at-bat. 3 runs, 5 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Bunt attempt, but this one might have too much on it. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Number 5 will step in. He's 0 for 2 to this point. Lester's ready. Here's the first pitch. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Baez going back on it. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. Anthony Rizzo is set to take some more swings. He homered back in the 3rd inning. Squares around and drops down a good one. throw on to first, so the sacrifice is successful.
Yeah, and how often do you see a middle of the...
Into the box, Munenori Kawasaki. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Number 5 will stand in to start things off as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out. And guys, we were treated to an excellent pitching performance in this one by the gentleman you see right here, Jon Lester. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, a little unfortunate he couldn't get that final out in the 9th, but still, 8 2/3, good innings of work, and he was on his game here in this one.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Cubs win this one 4-1. So long from Wrigleyville.
For St. Louis, 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error.
Coming to you from Seattle tonight, where the roof at Safeco Field has been closed for comfort. It's the opener of this 3-game series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Seattle Mariners. It'll be fun watching these two swing it all series long. First pitch is next. Number 5 steps in now.
Batting 8, third baseman, number 5.
Paxton's ready. Here's the first pitch. Line drive to center field. Martin is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So 2 runs on 1 hit, and the 1 hit was a big one, the home run. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Mariners nothing. Irving Daniels is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and it happens sometimes.
To second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. It's back to Seattle right after this. Number 5 will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. Belted out toward deep center field. Martin going back to the track, to the wall. Now a leaping effort at the wall, but he comes up empty. This one is gone. Home run. So it's a solo shot to dead center. Home run number 9 on the year. And with it, the Cardinals have increased their lead 4-0.
This is where these guys can be so dangerous.
Number 5 will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Left field and deep. Looking up is Aoki. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo shot here to left. His second home run of the game. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
Yeah, make it 4 home runs as a team now after that last one. And this guy's led the way with 2 of those 4. I tell you, I wouldn't give this guy any...
Well, the bats were certainly working in this one, but out of everybody, I'd say this man most deserves to be our top player of the game.
Yeah, he connected on a couple of long home runs, really put his guys on his back and carried them to the victory.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones. MLB The Show has baseball from the Pacific Northwest and Safeco Field in Seattle. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Seattle Mariners. 2 of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. And now a shot of the Cardinals' starting lineup is set by Mike Matheny. EK, any thoughts? Number 5 will stand in, coming off a 2-home run game a night ago.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody. This is what you call an ambush swing right here. You're hitting in the back of the order. You're looking dead red early in the count, kind of just hoping the pitcher might relax and forget about you for a minute. Then you get that fastball middle in, and you jump all over it.
Oh, and they've got him picked off. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw.
Well, plenty of mistakes to go around here on this play. First off, the runner breaks much too early over there at first, so he should be dead to rights out there. But then the defense lets him off the hook,
and they get him trying to swipe a base to retire the side. Redbird. Kyle Seager strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning. The third base line. Way to get dirty. Oh, and he loses it on the exchange from glove to hand, and he won't have a play. Number 5 stands in.
Leading off for St. Louis, third baseman, number 5.
Now a ball crushed high in the air, deep to left, way back there, and that one is long gone. A solo shot here to left, number 11 for him on the season, and the Cardinals lead it now 3-0.
well, apparently these guys didn't see the highlights from yesterday because he had 2 home runs a day ago. Now he's got another home run right here. Now obviously this pace won't last, but man, he is hit.
Ketel Marte will stand in to start things off as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just 1 hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And a rather easy first out.
Now batting, left fielder,
Number 5 will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. takes this the other way to right. And that's in there, a base hit, so they get the leadoff man on to open up the 7th inning.
Boy, how much hotter is he going to get? He's got himself another 3-hit ball game, and that batting average is going to continue to climb even higher.
Number 36 will be the batter, 2 for 3 with a double thus far. And the Mariner bullpen is both a left-hander and a right-hander start to throw. Ball's there, and he is out at second base. Number 5 will stand in now. 3 hits, including a homer for him in this one.
And you know, guys, games like this, you just don't want them to end.
Hit hard down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Ripped down the line, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Cishek pauses. Here it is on 0-2. Grounded to third. This could be 2. Cano for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Steve, Eric, and I are back to Seattle in just a moment. A tightly contested ball game here, so it makes it hard to find our top player of the game, but I think this fella right here would seem to be the logical choice.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits.
From the home of the Mariners since 1999, there's a look at Safeco Field here in Seattle. Today, the 3rd and final. Number 5 will stand in. He, too, had 3 hits in the win last night.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaking up on anybody. Pretty amazing numbers for him right there. So yesterday's performance, obviously no fluke.
Now a swing, and he pops him up. Right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. Iannetta is there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. Number 5 will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
This is what you call an ambush swing right here. You're hitting in the back of the order. You're looking dead red early in the count. Kind of just hoping the pitcher might relax and forget about you for a minute. Then you get that fastball middle in, and you...
Oh, and he breaks, and they've got him picked off. Runners on first with 1 down. And he'll snap one over to first.
He's safe.
And he'll get back in safely.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Runner going a second time. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And now he throws on the brakes, but he can't get back to first, and he's nailed for the 2nd out. Stepping in, Leonis Martin, who looked to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
And no shot to knock this one down, and that's going to score the run from third.
You think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to.
Leonis Martin will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
And it's just the fourth.
Number 5 will dig in. 1 for 2 thus
Leading
far.
off for the Cardinals, third baseman, number 5.
This is line to left. And the leadoff man gone now to start the 5th. It's fair to say that early on at least the runs have come in. Kyle Seager digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB.
On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. Number 5 steps into the box.
Number 5.
Out in front of it, strike 1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Slapped hard the opposite way. And that'll get down for a base hit.
He's in there.
And the throw in gets away from him. So as he favors that right leg, it looks like he's going to have to come out of the game. He is coming off on his own power, however, so hopefully it's only a minor injury. And down in the Mariner bullpen, it looks like a right-hander's up to throw. And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Will get a shot here in a bases loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, the team leader in RBIs. He's got a shot to push that lead out even further if he could come through here.
Changeup called a strike, and he comes back even at 2-2.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
Still 2-2. And he gets him swinging. What a big out there, as there is now 1 away.
Oh, that is a great call right there. They really needed a strikeout in that spot. They got it. And now with 1 away, you can even get out of this scot-free if you can get a ground ball here.
Now a ball hit high and deep, carrying towards the corner. But this will land foul shy of the wall. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third. Brendan Moss stands in looking to turn this narrow lead into a wide one if he can come through with a big base hit here.
Yeah, Matt, but conversely, if the man on the mound...
And he is out at the plate, trying to extend the lead to 2. Instead, he's... Franklin Gutierrez digs in, looking to send something into the outfield that gives that go-ahead run a chance to score from second.
Well, no complaints on this end, guys. You've got to love any game that's this tight, this late.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Number 5 has to look over his shoulder, but he's got it for out number 2.
Boy, that's a nice job at third of knowing exactly where he is in relation to his surroundings. And he's able to make...
Number 5 will stand in. A couple of singles in 4 trips this afternoon.
Yeah, man, I like the way he's not trying to do too much up there. Just taking nice controlled swings, and it's paid off a couple of times so far today.
Line toward the alley in left center, and that'll be a base hit, so they couldn't ask for more as the possible tying runs aboard to kick off the ninth.
That's a huge leadoff single as he's the tying run down there at first. Look how excited he is. Man, he's fired up.
Quick check on that tying run at first. And a dive, but he's back in. Runners on the move for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. Low throw, and he can't handle the short hop.
And that may have been an out-and-out guess right there. He had to figure they weren't going to throw over twice in a row, so he's running on first movement, and he makes it to second base safely.
No one out with a runner at second. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Trying to hold the lead. Fastball here misses low, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
And this guy's not hitting over 300 by accident. He's got a very good knowledge of the strike zone, and he knows when to lay off.
Has to be thinking strikeout here.
Ball.
And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. Cannot be giving up walks at this stage of the game because those could be fatal.
He's set. Here's the 3-2.
That's a ball.
And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out. Colton Wong will come on now and pinch run here. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. With the 1-1 pitch. Now the double steal is on here. Pitches a cold strike. The throw goes to second, but not in time. It's a double steal.
I'll tell you what, I did not see that one coming. If they would have gotten a tying run thrown out at third, that would have been a colossal mistake. This is living dangerously, but hey, give them credit. They made it pan out.
A little bouncer. And the throw to first will take care of him, but it comes at a cost as the tying run is into. Leonis Martin will stand in to lead things off here in, can you believe it, a tie ball game again.
Yeah, this thing has had more ups and downs than my 401k. And I've got a feeling we've got some more to come.
And not in time, so there you go. The possible winning. And a good offensive performance here, but I think we can agree on naming this fella right here as our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. Tuesday Night Baseball is on the air from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. We wrap up this quick two-game interleague series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Kansas City Royals. Interleague baseball comes your way next. Number 5 stands in as he can't connect here, 0-1. Eric Karros, we look at the Royals as they enter play here tonight. They've been mired in a team. And now, meanwhile, here's a ball headed out toward deep left center field. And this is going to clear the wall, a home run. So it's a solo home run here leading off the ball game. 12 home runs for him now thus far, and the Cardinals move out in front 1-0.
Well, I'll tell you, having a guy at the top of the lineup that's capable of doing this, boy, that's a great weapon to have. He jumps all over this ball to lead off the ball game with a solo home run.
Number 5 stands in.
Number 5.
Volquez sets. Here's the first pitch. Oh, and he turns another one around here. And his fine ball game will continue. Give him another home run. So a 3-run shot to left center, his second of the game. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Well, it seems to me like we've seen this before. His second home run of the ball game, and it would seem.
Number 5 steps into the box.
Third baseman, number 5.
Oof, looks like he's chasing butterflies with that swing. It's 0-1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting, right fielder.
Number 5 will come up now in yet another big RBI opportunity.
The batter.
And he's got
Number
4
5.
already, and he's got a chance to make this a game to remember.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line down the left field line. But this will be foul. 8 runs and even 10 hits. And no errors so far for the Redbirds. Swing and a liner. But foul. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Gordon is there. And that's the first out of the inning. And he will score on the sacrifice fly.
And the key here was just to get an out. Yeah, you gave up a run, but now he's maybe a pitcher.
Number 5 will stand in now with 5 RBIs to his credit already and a chance to add on some more.
And you know, Matt, the way he's attacked the baseball so far, why stop now?
0-1's the count.
And there's the good fastball from Hochevar as he gets ahead 0-1. Swing and a liner. Foul. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Takes this the other way to right. And despite being down 0-2, he delivers anyway with a big base hit. And the runner from third crosses the plate.
Well, he's a pitch away from getting out of the inning unscored upon, but just can't seem to make that final pitch that he needs. This turns into a 2-out, 2-strike RBI single. Those are the ones that really hurt.
Action in that KC pen now as the right-hander's begun to loosen up. Gets up for the 3-2. Lifted in the air out to center field. After it is Kane, and that retires the side. Cards forced to settle for one. Getting late. Stretch time now in Kansas City. It's the Redbirds 10 and the Royals 8. Bradley Grant steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Down to third. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
The center fielder, number 6, Lorenzo.
And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, well, he really drove the ball well in this one. Winds up finishing with 6 RBIs. I'd say that's a pretty good day's work.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Cardinals win it 10-9. Good night from Kansas City.
15 hits, 1 error. They left 9 men on base. For Kansas City, 9 runs on 15 hits.
This is the MLB pregame show, and I'm Matt Vasgersian, and as we draw nearer to the first pitch of Game 1 in the series, we'll give you the latest installment of our Topps Player Spotlight. Number 5 will be in the glow, coming off a last game in which he was really outstanding in the clutch moments, collecting a whole bucket full of RBI, so he'll be looking to emulate that type of performance here. Wednesday night baseball now from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, the first of 2 in this interleague matchup between the Kansas City Royals and the St. Louis Cardinals. It's Cardinals baseball next on the show. A chance now for a look at the Royals starting lineup. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, guys, I love the way Eric Hosmer plays the game. He always seems to come through in the clutch. Doesn't let them.
Number 5 comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Third baseman, number 5.
Hits it high and deep out to center field. Ranging back is Dyson. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, they got to love the production they're getting out of their leadoff hitter right now. He's been on an absolute tear lately, hitting over 500 in his last 10 ball games. The baseball.
Alcides Escobar will stand in, and you see what he's done over the past 4 games, as hot as they come. On the ground to third. Reined. And a throw over to Howard, and that's the second out. And with that, a look at the defense for the St. Louis Cardinals. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, we're going to talk about Yadier Molina defensively. We can just get to the Gold Gloves. Just a multitude of those. He's so soft behind the plate. He gets his pitchers a lot of pitches. He shuts down a running game. Very cerebral as well as far as setting up hitters. I don't know if the game has seen a better defensive catcher.
Number 5 will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Number 5.
Ventura into the windup. Here's the first pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Dyson on the run. And the inning is over. We'll see Alex Gordon to start things out when we come back. 3 innings complete. Royals out in front, 2-0. Mike Moustakas is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Sacrifice attempt here. Throw is too late, so the sacrifice attempt turns into a base hit. Number 5 will dig in. 0 for 2 in the ballgame.
Number 5.
High and deep to right center field. Dyson ranging back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. Around second, he'll try for third, and he's not stopping as third base coach Jose Oquendo's waving him in. And he is in there. Yordano Ventura is set to get us started for the late innings of this one. Squares around and drops down a good one. Throw will not be in time as a perfect bunt there nets him a base runner to lead off the inning.
To call that unexpected would be an understatement. I did not see that one coming, but he's able to leg it out.
So striding in, number 5, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Into the seats, 0-1. Possible tying and go-ahead runs on base, nobody out. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Dyson has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with 1 away.
And this will wind up working like a sacrifice bunt as the tying run's able to tag up and move to third now with only 1 away.
Leading off the inning, Paulo Orlando, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and
throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
First baseman number 35, Eric.
Big spot here. First and second, 2 men gone, and standing in the left-handed hitting third baseman, Mike Moustakas. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Left side, and it's through, a base hit. The throw home. And Holiday puts this one right on the money. He is out at the plate. Royal. Number 5 will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it one pitch at a time, one runner at a time.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Orlando is there, and quickly 2 are gone here, and it's not looking good for the home 9. And quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, there he is. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including a home run. Without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
MLB The Show has Thursday night baseball from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. We wrap up this quick 2-game interleague series between the Kansas City Royals and the St. Louis Cardinals. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. With that, here are Ned Yost's Kansas City Royals in this one. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, guys, everybody should be looking out for that guy in the number 3 spot. He went deep last game, and he seems ready to take advantage of any mistakes he sees right now.
Number 5 gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And Kane will make the catch, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. We've played 2 full, and we are tied 0-0. Number 5 will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one.
5.
Kennedy pauses. First pitch on the way. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. Number 14 on the season as this lead swells to 7-0.
Oh, and well, you could probably follow the...
So 1 gone for the shortstop, Alcides Escobar. Hit to third. Fielded cleanly. 2 down.
Now batting.
An early look at the line score here tonight as we play the top of the 5th. And boy, just 1 lone hit for the Number 5 will stand in here again, and as he does, it's a good time to flash you back to the 3rd inning of the ballgame as you take a look at his grand slam. Obviously a key blow early on. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Ready to take his hacks again, Salvador Perez, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. On his way to pitch number 100. Ground ball left side. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Number 5 stands in.
Leading off for the Cardinals, third baseman, number 5.
High and deep to center field. Kane going back, still going back. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. So it's a solo shot to dead center, his 2nd of the game, as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
How's this for a welcome to the ball game? 1 pitch and See you later. I've got a feeling that's not what the manager had in mind.
So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our tops player of the game.
Time of the ball game.
Yeah, he delivered more than once with runners in scoring position. Finished with 5 RBIs, and that was more than enough to lead his guys to victory.
46,000.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Cardinals win it 12-3. Good night from St. Louis. Both teams getting their final warm-ups in as we welcome you back to the MLB pregame show. First pitch of Game 2 in our series is right around the corner. But before we turn that corner, here is our tops player spotlight. Number 5 is In the Glow. Coming off a last game in which he was really outstanding in the clutch moments, collecting a whole bucket full of RBI, so he'll be looking to emulate that type of performance here again in this one.
Yeah, and you said it, Matt. He was clutch. And you know, some guys just have that uncanny ability to come through when it really matters. In baseball, it's usually when there are runners in scoring position, and he found himself up in that situation a number of times. It was pretty special to watch him out there, so I'm excited to see what he does to back it up.
All right, the guys and I will be back to get this one started on the show right after this. With the Gateway Arch welcoming us in the background, a look at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Today, it's the second of this 3-game series between the Milwaukee Brewers and the St. Louis Cardinals. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. And a look now at the batting order for the visiting Milwaukee Brewers. Steve, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
This team strikes out more than any other team in the league. They need to put the ball in play and have some more productive at-bats.
Carlos Martinez, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, he just hasn't been able to get anyone out. Hitters are hitting over 300 against him this year. We'll see if something changes in this one.
Number 5 gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. Line drive to left, and that's in there. Base hit. Braun able to get it in, and that's going to hold the runner down at third base.
Oh, you better have to pay attention to this guy right now. He is heating it up. 7 straight games now with that hit.
Carlos Martinez will stand in now with the bases loaded, 2 away, and a chance to really help himself out.
And at the very least, he's got to focus on getting something in play. He can really help himself out with just a simple single here.
Bottom of the second here with no score. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1 and 2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So they load the bases on 3 hits, but can't bring anyone around to score. We've played 2 full, and we are tied 0-0. Aerial view there of St. Louis from high above the Mississippi River as we welcome you back to baseball on the show. Number 41 will get his first cuts here.